Okay, what I'm going to do today, I'll go over those questions so that when you are responding to the answers in the classroom, it'll be much easier. First of all, let me uh, start off with all the softwares and my pen. I haven't been using that pen for quite some time, so it'll take a little bit of time. Oh, okay, well, the first question is pretty straightforward. It's They are asking you to find out the number of dragons sighted. What was the most common number of dragons sighted? Most common number. So let me write it down. Most common number. Sometimes we call it highest frequency is the mode. There are three things on the average. I've seen students calling it average. It could be three things are the mean, median, and the mode. And mode is the most common number. So now you should be able to answer that question. This is the most common number, which is what? You should be able to answer that question now. So out of those 1, 2, 3, 4, you got to choose the correct answer. Let's scroll to the next one. Levi has collected data on the travel time it takes students to get to school. He put the data into a dot plot shown below. So this is the dot plot. And this is the variable. What was the most common travel time to school? So you should be able to answer the question now. They're once again asking what is the mode of the data, which is the most common time to get to the school. Is this column, this column, this column, this, or that one? Obviously, this cannot be the answer. So it's up to you to choose the right answer. Once again, the dot plot. This is called a kind of frequency table. This is the dot plot. There is one missing value in the table above. You see, using the dot plot, how many times were 4 orders placed? This is pretty straightforward. Shouldn't cause any trouble at all. I'll skip that. It's up to you to answer that question. Kelly is collecting the data on the number of goals scored each game by her soccer team. Number of goals scored is shown over there. So that means 0, score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, 8 goals. That will be something. Fill in the missing values in the data table below using the dot plot above. So if I'm looking at this one, 3, okay, how many there are on 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to write 4 over there, 4, right? And which is the mode. Deliveries and the number, which dot plot matches the table above? You should be able to answer that question. Kate does wonderful thing, takes care of the sick dogs, the weight of the dogs. She currently takes care of are drawn in the dot plot. So these are the sick dogs' weight for 4.5, 5.5, and so on. Goes up to 9 kilograms, so it is quite heavy. There are no dogs in that category. How many Kate's dogs weigh exactly 8.5 kilogram? Pretty simple question. How much does the heavier dog weigh? The owl. I missed it. It's not heavier. It's the heaviest dog. So you should be able to answer the question. I'll skip that. Joanna asked his friends what their favorite song is, then record the length of that song. The histogram. This is a histogram. So what are histograms? No gaps in between columns. They are histograms. So 2.5 is that column. Which box and whisker plot below represents the histogram? That is a little bit, so I will look at the modal value, maybe the mean value, maybe 4. So let's look for right. So maximum is 7. So does that go up to it goes up to 6.5, that goes up to 6, that goes up to 6.5, but look at the median, which is 3.5, something like. So median would be somewhere over there. So now you got to, the minimum is 2, so minimum is 2, minimum is 2. So that one has the minimum of 2. So by using all your reasoning power, you should be able to select the right kind of box and whisker, and it is skewed to the right. Look at this, it's skewed to the right. Okay, so all the box and whiskers are skewed to the right, so that's not a big help. But if you look at the median, lower quartile, upper quartile, that gives you some idea. Let's do the guessing. I'll keep going. Now, which box and whisker plot below represents the histogram? Now, this is heavier on this side, heavy on this side, and okay, so look at the minimum, which is 0. So this is the middle point, which is about 500. So this is about 500. Is this 500 now? So is this 500 now? So that gives you some idea actually what is going to be supposed to be the right answer. The dot plot to the right shows the length of people's surnames. So someone has a surname which is 5 letters long, right? Which box and whisker plot? Once again, by investigating the maximum, the central value, something like, it'll be somewhere over there. So you can get to the bottom of the question. Kyrgyzstan is one of the countries name. Pretty weird kind of name, but it's a beautiful country. So it gives you which box and whisker plot below represents dot plot. You should be well equipped to answer that question now. Same sort of question. Try that. I'm not going to give you the straightforward answer. IQ of the rabbits. Ooh, that's pretty interesting stuff. Which type of graph is shown above? It's not a dot plot, it's not other, and can it be box plot or histogram? You should be able to choose that. Right, this is comparison of dot plots, right? Now, what's the difference between medians of the dot plot? So you need to either guess the median, and there are better ways of dealing with it. I simply drew that picture. So if you look at that, 0, none of them, 1, age 1, none of them, age 2, you got only one person, age 3, 2 people, age 4, 3 people, and so on. So I made a table, and then what I have done, I have sort of written them in a very simple way. How many twos are there? Only one. So I have written them down 3. There are 2 threes, and so on. Now, to find the median, what I'm going to do, I'll just start canceling from the edge. Okay, even out. So this is the median, right? Now, you should be able to work out the median of this. We'll do it in the classroom and then find the difference. And now you should be familiar with the most of the stuff. I'll stop there and then I'll let you work through rest of the problems. 13 minutes gone. I'll stop and upload the video.